Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, it's Adam here. On the previous episode of Flying and Eating, we explored various parts of the U.S. territory of Guam, but today we'll get access to even more of it.
So here's what we're doing now. Sandor is actually going to take me over to the U.S. military bases, at least the Navy one, possibly up to Anderson Air Force Base. I get to check that out. I don't know how much I can actually show you guys because, you know, it is active military bases that are sensitive, but I'll see what I can do. And we're also on one very specific mission. My buddy Brett, who lives in Japan, would very much like to have access to Nerds, the candy, which we could find at Kmart, but it was only the gummy versions. But he thinks there's a good chance the commissary on the base will actually have the normal ones.
So we are officially on base, and it still looks like Guam over here. I mean, the roads seem a little bit bigger, but we'll see if we can find anything interesting to show you. So everybody else on Guam, you're about to get really upset. Their gas station, the gas is $2 a gallon cheaper than the rest of the territory. Sorry.
Yeah, diesel is 5, regular is a little above 3, and they're super unleaded. But out on the rest of Guam, it's mostly about 5, a little over 5 per gallon of regular. So we have a candy section here. It's got these types of Nerds. Again, not the ones we're seeking, but yeah, it doesn't look a whole lot different than the Kmart. Although there's a few things that are spillover here, because again, the whole idea with the bases is to make it feel like you're back in America, even though in this case you've never left it. Check us out. This is according to this, the biggest walk-in cooler on Guam. They just sell booze. Oh my God, it feels amazing in here. It's a refrigerator. You can walk into the refrigerator. I don't even want any booze, but I want to stay in here because it is wonderfully temperate. Oh, I love it. I just love that this is the type of coffee that is sold here. Freedom Roast.
So this is what I ended up getting. A Japanese coffee at an American military base, well, Navy base, in America, owned by Georgia, which is Coca-Cola. So it's America, hat on a hat here. This is really weird. This is just kind of a view of the nice mountain view you get from back here. There's a marina over there. Yeah, and then of course, you know, some shops and things like that. But again, you know, only if you're here. Oh, look at this. There's some guns right there. Check, you guys, look at that right there. Assuming those are originals. Don't really know. So this is an old airport strip that has kind of grown over now. And you can still drive on it. It's partially maintained just for this purpose, but really it's just kind of neat to see. We think it was built by the Japanese, and this is just kind of the remnant. It's kind of like Tinian, except far less historic, but still cool. This is where it gets a lot wider. I don't know, this part seems a little bit more maintained. We're also not the only people out here doing this. We have seen other cars just kind of cruising around.
So this is kind of interesting. These steps, there's a sign right there that says after the war, or at least after, you know, Guam was returned back to the U.S. in 1944, Japanese POWs were basically made to build this thing, the staircase, using 1930s, 1940s Japanese masonry techniques, and because they were like, it'll hold up really well. And here we are in 2025, and it very much holds up very, very well. So here we have the War Dog Memorial. This is actually a memorial for dogs, real dogs, not metaphorical like some group of dudes that were called the war dogs. No, this is actual literal dogs that served here on Guam to find bombs and other things. And that is exactly what it looks like back there. The Americans we really built a memorial for dogs. And I think that is like the coolest thing ever. That's baller. So these war dog memorials apparently exist in other places. But apparently this is the first one the United States ever built, was for these dogs that served in World War II. This is real, and it's pretty cool actually. There's not much to see here anymore, but that's the remains of the Trans-Pacific cable station, and we think what it did was it basically was a linking point between Guam and North America to get messages out to China, the Philippines, Japan, etc. back in the day. Obviously, you know, seen better days as a building, but those are just the remains of it.
So where we are, we're on the base side, but that side over there is still civilian side. You can go over there. It just gets really difficult because it's all like power plants or something.
So I want to point something out. We're basically like right here. Right here, this little section is called Point Udall. This is the westernmost point of the United States. I've shown you guys a video when I went from the easternmost point, which is in the U.S. Virgin Islands, also called Point Udall, intentionally. They named both spots Point Udall, but the one in the U.S. Virgin Islands is publicly accessible. This one is obviously behind a military base, which is where we are, but even on the base, there's like a second filtration to get to that, so we can't even go check it out personally. But I just wanted you guys to visualize it. Like, I'm right about here and over there, which would be the most I can show it to you is it's like around those bushes. You can't really see it, kind of by design. But man, look at the water. It looks great, doesn't it? But after you leave that little area, here's something cool. We've got Japanese fortifications. They're called the Gab Gab Beach fortifications. So these are like the relics of Japanese pillboxes that they built during the war to try and hold the island. Spoilers, they failed, but it's neat to see them. I wouldn't dare try to go in there, though.
Our time at the Navy base is over. We're going to head out, but we are going to check out Andersen Air Force Base as much as we realistically can. Just so you understand, price outside the base is like $5 a gallon.
Half a day, I'm out here looking like like young Palpatine or something. So I'm wearing a thin hoodie because it helps with you know, the sunlight, so you don't need as much suntan lotion. But then you got this the thing over to cover your face, but it's so like I just like anyway. So I just came back from Cracked Egg. I didn't feel like showing you guys. I got some more food. I got like a panko American breakfast, but it's not really. It's, you know, it's Japanese themed. It's just what they called it, something like that. Anyway, it was good. It had rice and poached eggs and chicken cutlet, and just look at me. I look best. I look like I've invaded Guam, or like I'm a hostage or something. Anyway, so with that said, sunshine, dude, would you off? Like, it's too hot for this. The thing is also black, doesn't help. Now, I feel like going and getting a coffee, so I'm gonna go back to that R-cubed place, because that was really good. And I don't know, we'll see what else happens today, if anything happens. Might hit up the beach later, don't really know. That's what it's about. This is, even though you guys see me travel all the time, it's very rarely a vacation. This small segment of time, video content aside, is my actual relaxation vacation.
Yes, use your hate, release your anger, and your journey towards the... I can't run the Empire with this much heat. This is why Vader went crazy on Mustafar.
So my Guam honey latte thing, or whatever, it was good. It was very good. It was very customized, just like that place likes to do. And interestingly, while I was in there, this played. Okay, I apologize for the audio quality on that, but why that's interesting is that's my buddy Tim Kitzrow. He was famously, he did the voice for NBA Jam from downtown and all that. Boom shakalaka. He's on fire. He's a friend of mine, and we're actually doing a video game together called Legends of Boom. So I wasn't expecting to see a commercial of him here in Guam, but that's what we saw. And so I actually recorded that. I sent that exact same clip over to him, and he was like, oh wow, because he wasn't expecting to see it either. Okay guys, I'm actually hanging out with Sandor again, and he got me onto Andersen Air Force Base, which is like tip of the spear, American military might, has some of the most classified, amazing aircraft in the world. We can't see any of that, but what we can show you is a weird relic from another era. There's a big sign here for this. Basically, there's this. This is the tail of a B-20, what is it, B-52, sorry, B-52. And you're thinking like, oh, was this like shot down in World War II? What was the point? No, this thing was parked safely over at Andersen Air Force Base, and like a typhoon in 1976 came in and just threw the tail off, and it landed here. And now, this is not a joke, the Boy Scouts of America come and maintain this. It's cool. It's weird, but it's cool. Just in case you guys were worried about this, Alex was here, so don't worry about it. He was here. For the record, there was another tourist attraction we wanted to see. It was a pig, but it was above our security clearance. I wish I was kidding. I'm not. You can look it up. It's Shaky the Pig. Some sort of site here in Andersen. And we weren't high enough to go see it. It's beyond like a shooting range or something. I hope they're not shooting the pig. That, if it was like an immortal pig, then I could understand why they'd want to keep that a secret. For the record, nobody died in this thing. It was just parked at the base, and then a storm just took the tail section. This is just the tail section. By the way, if you're looking for this thing, there's a giant sign along the road, and then there's just a path right there. Like, they want you to go scope it out. So it's not like you had to go really far. It takes, like, I don't know, 4 seconds through there. So over there you got a gas station. You kind of swing around here and you got the Exchange, which is basically like a Walmart. One of the cool things about the setups of these places, they try to make them all look like Iowa. So it's just like flat open. There's Walmarts and gas stations. Inside it's just straight up like a Walmart basically, which is really cool. They have electronic stuff though. We're gonna go scope out. This is one of the best places actually on the island to get video games. Of course I don't apply, but it's cool. Yeah, there's your PS5 section. You got the consoles, some games, physical, Switch stuff. Atari, what the hell? I don't even know what I'm looking at. That says a lot coming from me. The Game Station Pro Plus. Actually, I legit don't know what that is, and that says something. I don't really pay much attention to what Atari's doing these days. And then on this side, the Xbox content. So some physical Xbox games, as well as systems and more PS5s. We got Series S's. Yeah, there's no Series X's here. Interesting. So we didn't quite give up on the quest for nerds. Look, there's 2 different flavors here we never saw before. There's this one, and, well, I don't know, that one, tangy and crunchy, if I can find it. Although it doesn't matter, because that's not what we're trying to buy anyway. Oh, he found it. Oh, there you go. Doesn't matter, we're not getting it, but still, it's nice to see. We just want the regular ones. Why is that so hard? I just want to say, it would be like trying to find a regular Hershey bar and all they have is like the weird mutant ones, even though you should never eat Hershey's.
Guys, just look at this view. That's incredible. Yeah, the camera cannot do justice to that view, I'm afraid.
So currently we are driving through Jurassic Park, and
if you see any trees wobbling way out there, then you know the T-Rexes are nearby.
as you can see, we've got the fences and everything. Although he might be able to step over those. I'm just glad nobody decided to build like the face of a president into that or something. It just looks like the kind of thing you would just put George Washington on. Mount Rushmore-ish. Like, it's just perfectly overhanging. Out here we've got what looks to be a restaurant called Bamboo Willie's, though I don't think it's open. And then over here we have an incredible beach. And Sandor is going to go swimming. I will not, because I am not prepared for it. But I wish him well on his journey. Military perk. The beach is all yours. Seriously, beaches like this are always, in Guam, are always empty. At least some of them. This one in particular, beautiful and very, very empty. Yeah, as you can see, absolutely no one along here. There's been like 2 people, and it's been really cool. Unfortunately, I am ill prepared for this. I did not bring a swimsuit or anything. Sandor's enjoying himself. I am roasting. Actually, to be fair, it's not that bad. It's very overcast, so it's nice. All right, so we left the base. We are now in Hagatna. Sorry, I don't know. The Paseo Loop, I think is what it's called. And one of the cool things about this area, other than the view, is they actually have a Statue of Liberty here. Now, fun fact about this one, this is not the real Statue of Liberty from New York. I know that might have been confusing, but tired, huddled masses, these are not. This is just a beach. But it does look really cool. I decided to read the little plaque. Our heroes at the Boy Scouts of America step up again. They donated this. Not only do they maintain a bomber, but they gave us freedom. Go Boy Scouts, who knew? I kind of feel like this thing only exists so that, like, tourists who come here but never reach any other part of the U.S. can be like, yeah, I saw the Statue of Liberty in America. Technically a true statement. I am currently in nature, which, as you guys know, I'm not compatible with. But we came up here for a very specific reason. There are Japanese coastal defense guns at the PD, I don't even know how to pronounce it. But they're Japanese coastal defense guns from the war. And you can see one right there. This is probably the best looking one. They have a little plaque explaining it. You can go up further. There's a couple more, but they've like fallen over or whatever over time. So this is the best preserved one, we think, based on the images. Sandor is going to keep going and looking. I am not. I'm out of shape for a reason. And I'm not changing that. Sandor says he went up there and he saw some pipes coming out of trees, which is obviously old remnants, and massive spider webs. And that's where he noped right out of there, as will I. This is the sign for it, and you would go up these stairs, by the way. This is the gun that we saw, And if you go to the left, you'll see the others, but these are kind of damaged and full of spiders, so nope. Okay, I've had enough nature. Let's gain some calories. We're going to Slow Walk Coffee Roasters and get something terrible for me. Well, this place is fancy schmancy inside. We also have weird breads. Salted bread with squid ink. I have questions but no answers. Over there is where I ordered, and I got something called a dirty coffee, which is like hazelnut and espresso and stuff. We shall see how it turns out. Check it out, it's even got a second floor. This place is massive. I don't know what this building used to be, but clearly it wasn't built for coffee. Oh, Sandor got something fancy, and I think they like him because they gave him a little heart. Or he likes ass. So we're just chilling here with my hair, and all of a sudden everything started to shake. We got an earthquake going on for a second. Then our phones all lit up like, warning, there might be an earthquake. No, for real, we just had there an earthquake. It was pretty cool. Just walked out of there. It was good. We chilled for like an hour, killing some time before we go to something else just as it opens. Yeah, good place to go get a coffee and relax and everything. And the earthquake made everything exciting. Apparently it's a no tsunami situation, so we're good. All the times I've been to Guam, it's the first time I've ever dealt with an earthquake. So I'm going to show you guys a bonus. Sometimes Guam is referred to as the graveyard of franchises. As you guys know, like basically the last Kmart is here. The last KB Toys was here. That did shut down, but I did show that to you in the past. Here's another one though, not quite as impressive. This is the last Lone Star Steakhouse. Now, this is a chain, or was, that was throughout the mainland. I never actually went to one. I guess it was founded in North Carolina. Its headquarters is still in Texas. But this is the only operational one left. And from what I've heard, it's like going to Chili's or Applebee's. It's actually not very good. But yeah, the last Lone Star Steakhouse is on Guam. You can go here if you want to try mediocrity. I would just like to point out, by the way, that according to Google Maps, this place is open and is busier than usual. That's us. So it's not. So we're in Tumon, and there's like this little alcove bit. And you'll see this place called the Coffee Beanery. If you guys will indulge me a little bit. When I took my mom out here to Guam, she got herself a chai tea latte. And she came out and we sat right there. I think I still have a photo of her somewhere sitting there. She really liked it out here. This was like under this awning with the temperature the way it is, but not directly in the sun. Paradise. Next to the Coffee Beanery, there is a pizza place. And you guys know my passion for pizza and how I take it very seriously, and I don't ever eat it in places I shouldn't have it unless it's a gag or something like that. A deal with the devil has been struck, as it were. Sandor is very insistent that I eat here, and to that effect, he has traded me something. When I need to go to the airport in a couple days, he's going to get up, come get me, and take me there as an exchange for this. So I'm going to thank him for his service. You guys should thank him for his comedy service. I'm going to suffer, but at least I'll get a ride to the airport. It could be good, but I doubt it. So they have stone-fired pizzas. They got red pies, white pies. I'm going to get this, the burrata, which is mozzarella, bacon, pineapple, red onion, bell peppers, hot peppers, and guava. However, I'm going to remove the bell peppers and hot peppers and replace it with honey and sausage. If I'm going to do crazy, I'm going cray-cray. So, I will talk post-game while we look at a carnival ride that's just sitting there. How was it? Edible, but it wasn't pizza. So the crust was like okay, it was kind of that artisanal style, but it was a bread disc. The ingredients were good, but here's what wasn't really there. Cheese and sauce, two of the key components of a pizza. So it basically tasted like bread with ingredients. Flavorful. Mostly the crust was a delivery mechanism to bring the ground beef and honey and stuff into your face. So I would not call that pizza. Tasted fine, was not pizza. Over here we have one of Guam's 3 strip clubs, and I would not normally point that out. However, this is a reference to my own videos. A couple of years ago, some lady was watching them, and she was like, hey, want to thank you for your videos because my boyfriend just got stationed on Guam, and I was, I didn't know if I wanted to go with him or if we're going to break up or whatever. And then she's like, I looked around your videos and I saw that area and it looked really nice, and then I noticed that they had strip clubs, and I'm an exotic dancer, so I'm going to take the offer and I'm going to move there. And I was like, oh, okay. So we are now enjoying the sunset at a local drink bar, and I got an exotic virgin pina colada because I don't drink, and you got something in a parrot. I don't know what it is, but does it have booze? Not.
Yeah.
It does have booze. Okay. Okay, enjoy. Look at this night view. Sun is basically just set. There's only little remnants of it. And there we go along the beach at Taboo Bar. And my pina colada was not worth the money. But you do it for the experience of just seeing this. Half a day. So today is my final full day here. So we're enjoying the weather. We, meaning just collective British we. It's just myself. It's perfect today. 25 degrees Celsius, which is like 77 Fahrenheit. Apparently in North America right now it's like negative 40 and stuff, like across the country, at least in Chicago. Even Atlanta has snow. But here today it's just nice. This is their version of cold. Some of my buddies were like, it's never been this cold here. Trust me, it's paradise right now. So I had breakfast already. I went to the Cracked Egg again. I got a French toast, stuffed French toast, and with like peanut butter and jelly, as well as a side of sausage, some sort of chamorro sausage, and a poached egg. It was good. Was what I expected. Now I'm just kind of going for a walk and enjoying the weather a little bit. I'm going to head up the JG Cafe again, I think, because I just kind of want to sit and have a nice coffee. I would have gone to the R-Cubed, but kind of done that twice. Let's go back to JG Cafe. Because again, I'm limited to being on foot, so there's a range. Right here, by the way, this is Fuji Ichiban. I've shown you guys this in previous videos. It's a good restaurant, good ramen, good fried rice, etc. First time I went here, it like blew my mind. Second time I didn't like it so much. I haven't been back since. But Sandor, who you guys were not seeing but aware of in other videos, basically said like the same thing happened to him. First time he didn't really like it much, and the second time he loved it. So there's a fly that came in my face. But yeah, anyway, it's a good place. But yeah, we're gonna go get coffee, and then later Brian's supposed to be available, and we'll go cruise and come up with something. So Brian's back. We just came out of the ABC stores. Now, he's not an employee at this one, but he is an ABC stores employee, are you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he decided to get me and technically 4 people, including myself, a gift. It's those girly calendars, which I cannot show you the back of. So 3 of you out there are going to get a gift. If I like you, then you got this. Or if I hate you and I embarrassed you in front of your significant other. That was kind of an awkward purchase, I'm not going to lie. So we're now in what we think is called United Plaza. It's like a big area. There's back there's the Guam Museum, and then they have Christmassy things for some reason, even though it's never snowed here in the history of the island, I would assume. Okay.
If it did, that'd probably be the end of the world.
Dude, Atlanta shuts down when it snows. How do you think they would handle it? But the most interesting part to me, anyway, is it's also a Veterans Memorial thing. So you have, obviously, the history of, you know, World War II and the sacrifices at Battle of Iwo Jima, stuff like that. And then other... I'm not entirely certain what these are supposed to symbolize, but, you know, Department of the Navy built that, I guess.
Skinner's Plaza.
Skinner's Plaza is the name. Brian looking up the facts in real time. Yeah, he's reading about it over there. There's a little plaque. Here, there's more. My favorite one, though, is this. There's a big bust of General Douglas MacArthur. And if you don't know who this is, shame on you. Not only did he liberate Guam and the Philippines, that was famously what he did, he was the guy who, when we went to Japan, he ended the war in Japan effectively, and he's the one who talked to Hirohito, and they cut a deal together. The peace between Japan and America that we know today didn't come from this stupid truck. It came from General Douglas MacArthur. We're now at Coffee Slut. Do you guys remember Coffee Slut? It had a different location. It's one of the best coffee places I've ever been to. It's really very cool. It's very hot out here. Just let's go inside. You like this place, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's deep thoughts. So now it's basically dinner time. What's the name of the restaurant?
Mosa's.
Mosa's, and it's in...
I got you.
Okay. I'm going to go there and eat and have a good time. He's got this stick or something. He's going to tell you about it.
It's the bass guitar, and I play in a band called Fat Tofu. We're on Spotify, Apple, and I think Bandcamp still. So check us out. And we play once in a while here, but our main gig is at Tower of Linden, so on Fridays.
That's a pretty long flight. Guam to London.
hard, bro.
Jokes don't always land here. Point is, he's doing a live performance with his band tonight. I'm gonna go watch it and eat food while he has to do a whole bunch of work.
I'm gonna eat food later, though. So.
Yeah, his food's gonna be free, so that's cool. But I don't have to do any work. That's far better. I also don't understand music, so this is just gonna be like a thing going on in the background while I think about food. I don't know if you're talented or not, so I'll just say you are because I don't. He's all right. He's probably the best ever. I would not know. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna go eat now. Well, I'm gonna go eat. He's gonna have to do a bunch of slave labor. Menu here is pretty expansive and pretty good. I was thinking about local favorites, possibly this, but I think I've decided I want one of their bad burgers, specifically the chorizo burger. I'm pretty sure that's what's going down. Although, shout out to them, they do a duck burger. They also do a lamb burger. Impressive. You can see Brian doing a bunch of work, setting up. Look at him. He's so unprofessional. He's supposed to be playing already. He's just starting to work. So it's over now. We'll get the important stuff out of the way. I had a burger. It was a chorizo burger.
Yeah,
Chorizo burger with side of fries. It was good. It was, nice. So
I got the lamb burger. Eat it later.
Which you guys won't see because he's just gonna eat that at home. So performance-wise, band was really good. He was not.
Yeah, subpar.
He was terrible. So like, they started playing this like K-pop song. And these Korean girls all came over. They started taking photos. I thought, oh man, these guys are popular. As soon as the song's over, they bailed. And then they stopped. And Brian's like, all right, we're going to start again. And all the girls just left. And man, you suck.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. He's good. He knows what he's doing.
You're walking back to the hotel.
No, I'm not.
Bye.
No, he's good. But yeah, you guys won't see him again in this video. So, dude, thanks again for rolling with me. And I'll catch you, I don't know, in a year. Who knows? Next time?
No, we're still planning.
You might see him earlier than you think. Well, he just spoiled it.
And that'll do it for part 10. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned to part 11, in which we actually return to Japan. We're going to make our way to Yokosuka for Shenmue and hanging out with a very special friend. But in the meantime, if you guys could do me a favor, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done it before, as well as check out all the social media stuff in the description: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, Spreadshirt, etc. I appreciate the support on all those platforms. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.